political connections that he had. And then once he is not getting those kind of facilities and he's been sidelined, he is coming out to say about the government. And again, about the government thing is these incidents that he is pointing out. Obviously, any killing it should be condemned. No reason should be behind taking a human being's life. But at the same time, selectively taking incidents to paint a certain government or a certain political party bad isn't bad-based, and he should avoid as a literary person and as a writer. So I could also doubt how he got his award. It's the same thing. Like he was passing judgments on this person has been appointed the book press trust president, and he has not written the book.
They have no intellectual training.
This is again passing judgments, but again, we could do the same. Anybody could do the same. We should respect other literary writers and other people too. There are always two sides of the story. We respect your views, but at the same time, this is my personal view that it was very selective, and it seemed like directed and pardon my words, like the rank was targeted towards painting a certain section of the government bad. Thank you very much.
Are you taking picture by making just because she's already at the mic? Why don't you come to the microphone? I think because such a good discussion is going on, we'll continue with those who are at the mic, 4 people who are at the mic. We'll finish after that so that we can go for the reception. Dr. Naveen.
Thank you very much for a great presentation. I think this is my first Indian intellectual that I listened to. I don't know very much about India or Pakistan or politics there. And your speech did not seem to me at all to be political. It seems to me very responsible and very ethical, something really we intellectuals should pay attention to. So thank you very much for this great introduction to the Indian intellectual scene. Because I don't know very much about India, I'm a little bit confused. I'm hearing Hinduism here, on the other side Hinduism as well, secularism here, secularism on the other side as well, pluralism on both sides as well. So I'm trying to understand the differences in both. So in Canada here, we're very familiar with the concept of Islamophobia. So is Islamophobia the distinction between your side and the other side? If not, what is the difference? If you could please explain that. Thank you.
Would you like to take them collectively at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just have a question about, you mentioned how your colleagues, your literature colleagues have been murdered, and some haven't, like the criminals haven't been apprehended. I just want to get your reaction or response to like the recent murders and gang rapes of little children, and the fairly mute international community's response to such actions, especially with Amnesty International, the UN fighting for human rights and all that stuff, and seeing how India is a democratic nation, how they're not really putting pressure on the government or individual peoples to apprehend such criminals.
Yeah, my name is Sujeev Komana. I'm not an intellectual or anything, I'm just a lorry driver. I drive some of the big 18-wheelers outside of the road. Try not to frighten other people, but sometimes occasionally I do. Okay, this is an observation. You have accused the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, of insensitivity because he didn't come out with a statement on the occasion of the death of a person who was accused of cattle rustling, I think, mostly. And that's cattle rustling is a very emotional crime, even here in North America. People were lynched just for humor that somebody stole somebody's cattle. Okay, that's one thing. And the other side of the thing is like there was an occasion in 1984 December in Bhopal when you were organizing an international poetry festival and the Union Carbide tragedy took place. You were asked to postpone it, I think, but you refused to do so, even though 3,000 people or more died, lots more affected. You did not show very much sensitivity to 3,000 people dying then. And now you want the Prime Minister of India to show some sensitivity. What do you want to say to that? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bharat Punjabi, I'm an instructor here at UTM and just finished my postdoc studies here at UFT. My class was here. They have since left because I think the students have to get home. But I'm asking a question on your own writing and your own status as an intellectual. Do you think that I was talking about Ambedkar in class today? Do you think that a lot of what is happening in India, the kind of majoritarian impulse, do you think that there's a self-critique within Hinduism? And you're very reflexive today about talking about your own caste origins as a Brahmin. And you're seeing a kind of resurgence in India, and a lot of social change has taken place in the last 30 years around caste. So do you think that a lot of the Hindu revivalism we see, not only in India, but also globally, as some of the questions here would attest to, is the result of a critique within Hinduism of the hierarchies inside? So that is all I wanted to know.
And this will just the last two people, and then we will ask Alokji to respond, and then we'll disperse.
Yeah, if I have opportunity, I just heard something and I wanted to respond back, and I crossed the side so that it's not other side. Yes, so I heard something about Manusmriti, and I wanted to have a question. Would anyone know Manusmriti is written in which language? Yes?
Sanskrit.
Mama Nama Harsha. People who comment on Manusmriti, do they really know Sanskrit? Mama Nama Harsha, Bhavatah Nama Kim, Aham Kinchit Kinchit Pathami, Aham Pandita Nasmi, Parantu Sanskritena Pratamam Patatu, Tat Paschat Manusmritim Patatu, Tat Paschat Kimopi Vadati. What is the point in not knowing the language in which a scripture is written, not even knowing what is in there, not reading the original thought, and just brought here and say opinion, we pick and choose, and then whatever fits our thought, we just add to it. Kinchit krupaya sanskritam patatu, tat paschat nischayena bhavatah api abhyasah bhavati. Dhanyawada.
Thank you, Ashokji. Actually, I took these issues with my students, and I asked them to send me some newspaper articles on this issue and regarding this issue. So I don't know whether you heard about the interview Taslima Nasreen gave. We have a Bengali writer here. Taslima Nasreen gave a couple of days ago to Times of India, and she mentioned that when her book was banned, it was